Hey everyone, Josh here with Fresh Start Customs, and today is a very big day. This day has actually been 35 plus years in the making. It's that kind of big day. We got another smart blind that we're going to be putting in place of these old blinds and these old curtains here that have been here older than me. I remember playing hide and seek in these. These are actually my parents' blinds and curtains on their bay window on the front of their house. They have never changed them ever since I've been alive here, and we decided to upgrade them to a new smart blind from the company called SmartWave. I've never worked with SmartWave before. I'm excited to see what they all have entail, and in order to debut one of their products, we chose this really huge window here. When I say huge, I mean huge. Look at the size of this box. But we're replacing all of this behind me with what's in this box here. It's 108 inches is the new smart blind. The window itself is 102 inches. That gives you an idea of just how big this smart blind is going to be. So it's going to be a huge deal here. And it's going to be getting rid of all this extra weight that's just been sitting here for 35 plus years. We don't need any of this stuff. It's going to be replacing the blinds and the curtains. So as you can see right now, this is kind of what it looks like right now. And then we're going to be going from this, and we're going to be turning it into this right here. Alright you guys, so I know it's probably hard for you to see me right now with the window kind of blowing out the glare of this, but I wanted to share with you guys really quick what comes in the unboxing. The box was so massive that I had no way to film it, so I went ahead and unboxed it first, and I was just going to show you this before I hang it up. But you got the actual blind itself. It comes in really nice bubble wrap. The box itself was secured with screws on both sides and this little plastic cap here on both sides to ensure that your blind doesn't get crushed. The cardboard is really thick as well. And then you also get a wireless remote here, and we have a wireless wall switch. I'm going to share with you guys what this looks like later once we get it out of the boxes here. And then we also have the box for our solar panel, which you'll see here in just a second as well. And then on top of that, if you choose to not do the solar panel, you have the charging cable. I believe these are rated for 6 months on one single charge with a charging cable. In this case, we're lucky there's an actual wall outlet right there where the motor would be, but we're going to be using the solar panel one, so we never have to charge those. And last but not least, you get the little mounting kit, which you've seen on some other smart blinds that we did. These are super easy, so I'm glad to see these again. They just push and clip into place. You'll see that here in just a second as well. And you get a very thick pamphlet of instructions here. So that's what comes in the unboxing. So let's go ahead and get this up on the wall, and then we'll get started. Alright you guys, so here's these little smart clips that I was talking about. They're spring loaded like this, and you just push the entire blind on it, and then it locks into place. So we're going to be screwing these right about up here all the way across. There's about 5 or 6 of them, and then we're going to push the blind into place, and it's going to lock on the top ridge of the blind right there, and it's going to be a flawless install here. Alright you guys, so as you can see, I went ahead and put 3 of these up here pre-drilled. Our plans for this window is going to actually replace this with an all-new window. So this is going to be a temporary setup until we get the new window in here. Then we're going to take the blind down, put up all 5 or 6 of these that comes with it. But for right now, it's going to be 3, and we're going to test this out. I pre-drilled them. We used little spacers for right now until we get the new window to see how far this lip is going to be. This is a pretty big lip, so I need to use a little spacer block. I didn't see any spacers that came with it in the box. They could have went missing or something potentially, but in this set of smart blinds, I didn't see any spacer for the wall. If you need that little bit of extra space, you may need to cut a block of wood like that. I'm going to run these 3 extra screws at the top here to tighten these down, and then we're going to snap this blind right into place. All right, now that we got that in place, we're going to snap this whole unit up there. I'm going to get the help of my dad really quick, and we're going to just put this entire thing up into the hooks here. Literally all you have to do is just push it onto the clips up front. They push into place and snap up there just like this. And I think we got it snapped into place there. Yep. Sounds like we're all in place, and that's it. It's literally installed. We're good to go. All we need to do is either plug in the power cord or the solar panel. So the solar panel is going to go right up here in the top right corner. I showed you this box earlier. We're going to pop that out of here, and it has double-sided tape on the back side here. This back side is the actual front of the window. So you'll peel those off. I'm going to do this later because we're going to replace this window like I just mentioned. So I don't want to ruin that piece of tape on there, but you can peel that off. But for now, we're going to charge it with that cable. But literally all you got to do is stick that on your window wherever it fits. We're probably going to have to stick it here for this window. The new windows are going to be a little bit bigger on the edge. And then you run it up to your motor bank here. All right, you guys, so now that you see the window blind installed here, you can see that we have it connected to power, and we can connect this to solar power. We're going to be doing that when we replace the window in about a month or so here. I really appreciate SmartWave for sending this out and allowing me to upgrade my parents' bay window here. It was much needed. I really like the looks of this here. And speaking of the actual accessories, other than the solar panel here, we have the 2 remote controls. These are single channel remote controls, which means it's just up, down, and pause. And that's all these remote controls do. You can get more advanced remote controls that have a multi-channel unit where you can get like 6 or more different blinds all on one remote control. You can flip through the different channels if you want to. But like I said, this one is just a single one. This is the only window we have in this entire room here, and it lets in a lot of light, as you can see here. We've got one that sticks on the wall with just double-sided sticky tape and a little remote control here. And then we have one that floats around the room, or you can stick this on the wall and move it around the room as well out of the docking tray. With that said, you can also get a Smart Matter hub system for this and control it with your actual smartphone here. You've probably seen us do that in a previous video, but you can actually control with your smartphone. You can control with like your Apple TV, your Google Nest devices, any kind of like smart home system that is Matter compatible. Today we're going to be using just the remote control. I'm going to click up here, and it's going to move the unit up. If you don't like how slow it goes, you can program this to go faster or slower. You can also program multiple units to be in sync or not in sync. However you want to set it up, you can control those with the Smart Blind system here. So as you can see, this is a huge unit, being 108 inches across. The window itself is 102 inches. The reason why I left an extra 3-inch gap is to block the light out. And I am super impressed with this little unit here. We'll go ahead and put it back down so you can see me better without the light being washed in here. But overall, I really appreciate SmartWave for sending this out. If you guys are interested in anything from SmartWave, I'll put some links down in the description below. I highly recommend you check this out. These blinds look awesome. They're going to look great with the brand new window and the brand new paint that we're going to put in here. I may even do an updated video once we get all that done. If you have any other questions, let me know down in the comments below, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.